From director Ishana Shyamalan comes the new horror, dark fantasy, dramatic thriller, The Watchers. This was a film that I saw a trailer for in the theater and I thought, I don't know, it looks intriguing, maybe. And I went to see it on a whim and boy, did I think it wasn't that great. Now, it looks fabulous. It's well produced, I will say that. I thought the acting was hit and miss. Dakota is the star in this. She stars as a woman who goes out into the woods in Ireland for some reason, finds out that there is a group of people out in the woods that are basically trapped, kept there by some unseen force, the titular Watchers, who will basically shred anybody who tries to leave if they try to get away, if they try to leave this bunker at night. There's this very sparsely furnished, very large concrete bunker with one giant window. One-way mirror, two-way mirror, however it is. Mirror on the inside, window on the outside, where these unseen watchers will show up and watch them just exist. So it's almost like this unseen creatures wanted their own version of Big Brother to watch in real life, and they set this up with these people. So Fanning finds herself trapped here with these other characters. That is an older woman, there's a younger woman, and there's a young guy. The young guy seems to be a little out of it and a little weird. Performance, I thought, for him was pretty cheesy. Throughout, I think a lot of this is pretty cheesy. It's an interesting concept. Who are these things? What are these things? Where did they come from? What do they want? How do these people, who will survive and what will be left of them? How do these people get out of this predicament if they do? Ultimately, I think this would have worked better as a short, or it would have worked better as an episode of an anthology TV series. What it really felt like to me while watching it is, this movie is like an hour and 42 minutes, and the first hour or so or more unfolds at a leisurely pace. Not a lot happens, but it's this leisurely getting to know the people, getting to know maybe a little bit more about who they were before they got there, maybe trying to figure out what this situation means. Not a lot happens. And then like in the last 10 or 15 minutes, a whole lot of stuff happens. And it's like reveal, reveal, reveal. This happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And then, oh no, you won't believe this happens. And it felt like somebody told the director, okay, we're going to give you a 6-episode Netflix series, an hour per episode, and go ahead and shoot that pilot. And, when you're toward the end of the pilot, we'll tell you when you can start shooting the next episode. And it felt like they got to the end of the pilot and then were suddenly told, yeah, you're really only going to get that one episode. So, finish it off however you want, but it's going to be a movie now, not a self-contained series. So it felt like they took what would have unfolded over the course of many more episodes of a show and just crammed it all into the end of this movie. The reveal of what these things are, I thought, was very silly. There's some really kind of, to me, cheesy, silly CGI in this film. It would have been better maybe if you never saw these things. And when it comes down to the just compound explanations for everything, it was a lot. It felt a bit like Lost to me. It felt a bit like a couple of different Twilight Zone episodes that I remember fondly. But ultimately, by the time this thing was over, I was just like, that was lame. So your mileage may vary on this. There is a thing in there that bugged me from a very pedantic technical standpoint. They find an old camcorder, like an old VHS-C or Hi8 camcorder, and they manage somehow to hook it up to a TV, and they're getting a live video signal from the camcorder onto the TV, and there's this video noise at the bottom. There's this like tracking noise in the bottom, and I'm like, a live video feed does not give you tracking noise. I don't know if anybody involved in this film existed in the video era or know what tracking noise is, other than something that's supposed to be shorthand to indicate video or old video, but a live video feed does not give you this at the bottom of the screen. Just saying retroactively, if you want to fix that for the 4K or for the extended cut, I'll like the movie a little bit better. So anyway, didn't really care for it myself. This really felt like something more for teenagers. Something for people who maybe haven't seen a lot of other better similar horror stuff. It's there's nothing overtly graphic in it in any way, I don't think. I mean, there's murder and death in it, but I don't remember it being really bloody or too gory. This film is rated PG-13, so this is one that I would say fine for teens. I would say there's a lot better movies that would be better for teens that are older, but if you have a teen that will not watch anything more than a year old, and you want to get them out to the movies, and by God, please get everybody out to the movies so we can still have theaters, then maybe The Watchers is fine. But for me, it was just kind of dull, kind of not very good. The Watchers.